I love Legos, and I am a fan of professional sports, and I think that there is a market that Lego has been neglecting for too long. Now, I believe it was in the late 90s or maybe early 2000s. Maybe they did it for a short stint where they had an NBA crossover thing where they had a couple of sets. They did like a small run. I don't think the market was there yet because now I think there's way more adult collectors. And I'm telling you, Lego can basically do anything, any other market better than that market. And here's my pitch for Lego sports, pro sports. Doesn't matter what it is. You want to do Lego NFL, you want to do Lego NBA, NHL, whatever. I'm telling you, you release a stadium for every team. Now, you don't drop them all at once because that would be insane, and there will be some crazy collectors that want to get every stadium. That's personally me not going to happen. But you release, a couple stadiums a year, maybe 3 or 4 stadiums a year until you have all the teams in a franchise or in a league, whichever league you decide to start with. Let's say you start with the NFL. All right, there's 32 teams in the NFL, I think. You release 4 for the next 4, however many years it takes till you have all the teams, and it would be a big deal, right? So you create the stadium. The stadium comes with a referee. It comes with a handful of Hall of Famers, maybe that are specific to that team, right? But not enough to play on the field, right? But this is like, it doesn't have to be completely minifigure scale because I'm thinking about $400 for the set, right? So it doesn't have to be completely minifigure scale because that would be massive. You'd have to do like $1,000 set. Let's not do that. Let's do like most of the field itself is maybe minifigure scale, and then the stadium can be a little bit smaller. So stadium as the build comes with one referee, comes with a handful, maybe 4 or 5, maybe let's say 4, so it's an even 5 minifigures then with the ref, 4 Hall of Famers from that franchise. Okay, but that's not enough to play. So what are you going to do then if you're a collector? Well, Lego's going to drop, instead of battle packs like they do for Lego Star Wars or whatever other, I think that's pretty much the only people that get battle packs. Instead of those, you have your little $20 sets or, $25 sets be that team's roster for that current year. Because then you can do that every single year, and people got to buy that every year. The same way people that collect football cards or basketball cards or whatever, right? Those guys, I got buddies that do it. They are scouring like Walmarts and Targets and Jewel Osco's to try to find out what day the guy comes with the football cards so they can get everybody and they can resell it. Could you imagine? I mean, obviously I hope kids would be able to get their hands on these things and it not just be a bunch of old people trying to flip shit for money. But could you imagine like how easy that would be? Because like the print's going to be exactly the same. You're just changing the names every year, and you might not even have to change the names for that many people if a team is sticking together, right? But you only do the starters. So you just give them like 11 guys, and if you wanted to, you don't even have to do a full 22 people for like the NFL, right? Because you have your offense and defense. You could just pick like the 11 most popular players from that team, and that's who's in it for that year, right? So then like the Chiefs or whoever get their things. So you buy the Chiefs stadium, or if I'm a Bears fan, right? So I'd buy Soldier Field, and I'd get the Bears' best 11 guys. That will be sick. And then what do you do? Because people are like, okay, well, that's, if you think about it from a business standpoint, maybe that's too much because we're talking about a $400 set as an entry level. Okay, my other ideas, aside from you could just buy just the players if you just wanted to collect the players, which would be way cheaper. The bonus sets would be things like the little injury tent, where the guys go. And this is going to be nerdy. For people that don't care about sports or Legos, I'm sorry for this part of the show. But the little injury tent that the people go into when they get hurt, but they don't want to bring them to the locker room yet, or like the review tent for the refs. Like you could sell like a ref pack. It'd be like a little small ref battle pack, and then it would have like a tiny little build for their like review station. It'd come with like a couple flags or whatever. You could do a broadcast team set. So like there's all these iconic broadcasters, for the NFL specifically. The NBA has it too. Could you imagine like NBA on TNT? You just buy the TNT set and it's got Charles Barkley and Shaq's like, giant. Like that would be fun as hell. That would be super cool. And these would be like the bonus sets that you buy. They'll just be kind of little display things you could put wherever. Plus, they could do buildable championships, right? So you take the Vince Lombardi trophy and just out of Lego. That would be sick to have the Vince Lombardi trophy. I would have that behind me. Or an NBA championship built out of Legos behind me, I would do that 100%. And if they wanted to get crazy, because that's something you would probably just release and that would stay on the shelf forever because, you're not going to have to really update it very much. If they wanted to like really like get us, because it seems like they do want to do that as someone who's a Lego fan, they could do a ring every year. They could make the whatever the NBA or NFL championship ring is every year and do that. I don't know. I think that would be sick. And my other thought was this. So if you don't want to go the custom stadium route, what I was thinking was maybe we build like a base, like you have like almost like a practice field one, so that like what I would say is like the stadiums would be modular. So if let's say somebody's younger, they don't have the money, right? They're not like, they don't have adult money to just blow on this shit. They're saving up. You have like $100 field. That's like, the field would fit in any of those other stadiums, because obviously, so if it was soccer, right? If we were doing like, I don't know, with the Premier League, right? You would have the field would be Lego minifigure scale, and you could just buy the field, and then you could buy the teams that you want to play with, and then it would come with like their deco to put on their fields or whatever. And then when that person got enough money, they could buy, whoever stadium they would like, and it would just literally like modularly fit right on top. I think that would be fucking sick. You guys might not like this, but when I clip this and put this on TikTok, there's gonna be Lego fans that love this segment. I'm telling you. Yeah, imagine Lego Madden. I'm telling you, dude. I mean, they put Lego Fortnite in and it crushed. Anything you do that's Lego is better. Anything. And I would much rather, like, I understand the hype behind collecting cards, and I did that at one point when I was much younger. But imagine if I got to, like, I could buy the roster, and then it was like also like a tangible thing. Like a card is literally just it's a piece of paper. Like a Lego set. You build it, you could play with it, and you can look at it. Like if someone has a really cool Lego collection, you're like, whoa, and like you can like tangibly feel it, like you can go up to it, like move the ships around, whatever. If you have like a really sick card collection, which props to you if you do, you gotta show me some binder. You gotta dust off some binder in the back of your closet, make sure nobody's looking. And you open that shit up, it's a little fucking sticky, and we're like skipping through oh, this one's my favorite, and it's just a little bit of a weird look. But props to you if you have a good collection. I have friends that have really good collections, so I'm not trying to diss them at all.
Thanks for watching that last video. Click right over here to see that episode in its entirety. Click over here if you want to subscribe and see more videos and other cool shit that we put out on this channel. Do it.